Good evening, traders. Good night. Good afternoon. And welcome to another update of after earnings. And we're going to take a look at ticker symbol AAPL. And that's Apple. And this is a stock that we went into details yesterday. You know, those of you guys who had a chance to look at the stock, to look at the video, you know, and who actually traded Apple. But me, I gave you guys my game plan from yesterday of what I was going to do, regardless of what earnings did, that I was going to scale into Apple. I was going to buy the stock at the 130, 129. I was looking for it to pull back. If it can go down lower than that, I was looking to buy it. Well, let's go look at, what I'm looking at, 4-hour chart. Let's take a look at the 4-hour charts, all right, before I even go any further. You remember yesterday I said I was looking for this stock to make a move on the open, because since the stock had this big move, all right, this is going back to July, a few weeks ago, July 10th, it started to make a move up, and this was the low right here. It came down to this 119, 120 area right here. Okay, so this 119 is very important. All right, so when you look at the stock, it made a move up here. If you remember yesterday, when I drew these resistance points from this high right here, okay, which was actually was 134, because I'm looking at a 4-hour chart, but I don't want to confuse nobody. But this is a day chart I was looking at, and this is what I drew yesterday. My resistance was right here at this 132.60, and this was before you know, anything happened today. So we drew these support and resistance, and we anticipated where the stock might move. People, it could only move up or down or sideways. So right here was my point of resistance. So we drew this line to the downside right here, and then from here, from this low, we drew this uptrend. So we're looking for the stock to come out and play here. So what I was expecting for today, since earnings was today, after the market closed, I was looking for the stock to see what was it going to do. Was they going to bring it up on the open, since it had closed at 132 the previous day, 132.60 I think it was. I was looking for today when they opened right here, was they going to push the stock price up past this 134.54, then bring it back down. All right. But when the market opened today, the stock came straight down. All right, they didn't even try to bring it up or anything. So as you can see, and this is today 1-hour chart, 30-minute, you know, 60-minute time frame. You see it right here from this 133.28 right here. All right, and this was you know, when you look at it from where they open up, this is where we close at. You know, looking at yesterday and today, we open and we gap straight. Well, we didn't gap straight down, but they slowly pushed the stock price straight down onto this 50-day moving average. So right here, all right, I think it was late afternoon after I seen all this movement to the downside. You know, I'm like, all right, should I buy what I want to buy into Apple, or should I just buy a little bit and see where they go for closing? All right, either way, I would have been into profits, or I'm at a little bit of loss. So when I look at Apple, I took the trade anyway right here, because the stock did nothing all day to even give me any signal that it was going to head higher. But I was already skeptical, because the stock made this, it already came on this big tear right here from a week or two ago. It came on this big tear. Okay, as you can see from the low was 119 from this low. So from that point, the stock went on a big run from 119 to 133, and now it's pulling back. So right here, I anticipated this move right here, but you know, like I said, nobody knows what earnings is gonna be. It's gonna be a beat. It's gonna be a miss. So we scaled in, or I personally scaled in, into Apple, buying, you know, my first batch of shares at the 130, which was the lowest I think I probably would have got it during the you know, during the trading session. So I was patient enough to wait down here, because it was getting pushed down from morning. So you know, you have to see that. So going into earnings, you don't know this is going to happen, but you anticipate it's going to happen. How much, how bad, you don't know. But the only thing we did know is we had support at this 119. So even though it was after hours, we couldn't buy the stock during the after hours, or I didn't want to buy the stock during after hours. But I'm gonna wait for tomorrow to see how they open this stock up. All right. So right now you're looking at a 1 hour chart, and we're sitting. Let me see if I could bring this. So right here, as you can see, we're sitting in between 61.8 and 38.2 retracement. So that means for the year, like I said, the stock has taken back half of its gain for the year. So if you was in the stock long term and you're trading it and you're holding it, long term, the stock just pulled back, you either buy more shares, add to your position right here, okay, or you wait to see how the next couple of days goes to see when the stock starts to turn around. But we all know how liquid Apple is, and it's a stock that you want to own in your portfolio regardless. So tomorrow, looking at this action right here, I'm going to a 15-minute chart. I normally don't trade 15-minute charts. Sometimes I do. As you can see, there's a sideways action bouncing off this low right here. All right, and we're closing at the 121 price range. So tomorrow I gotta see where this price range is gonna start to close higher. Okay, maybe I'll start to buy more into my positions. All right, so this is a review on Apple after earnings. For those of you guys who bought it early, today, just relax. I know you've seen red. Even I'm seeing a little bit of red. We've coming back, or we've came back, at least 40% back from the lows. So, personally, just relax. If you traded this stock or you're in this stock and, right now you're seeing red, all right, it's not a problem. It's gonna be okay. So look for this stock to start reversing. I wouldn't say right here, right away. That's why I said give it the next couple of days. But this move is a big move to the downside. So, you might see Apple turn around right here quicker than you think. So keep your eyes on the stock for the next couple of days. And I need to have a few closing at 122.86. I think I'm going to be a buyer, looking for the trend to continue to the upside. All right. And if it can't close at this 122.86, it can't. It should. If it can't close at this 132.86, let's just see, okay, when this happened tomorrow. So once this happened tomorrow, in here, I'm going to look to buy Apple. All right, so you see this gray box is my price range. For those of you guys, who knows, like I said, I normally trade price ranges. So this is the range I'm looking at, this 119 to this 125. So inside of this 125, inside this box range, I'm looking to get into this trade. If it's moving to the upside at this 122.86, a few closings above here, anywhere inside of here, I'm looking to take this trade. All right. If it starts to move to the downside right here, then I'm gonna wait and see if it's gonna come down and retest this low. If it tests this low right here, if it come back down to this 119, then I'm gonna look to see if I can start buying more right here. So either way, I have a buy point here, I have a buy point here. And again, I only do show you this because this is a stock that I want to trade. All right, after the earnings, after all this nonsense is over, we're gonna get back to trading Apple the way we normally trade Apple. So for any other questions, feel free to send me the email, guys, at the number 3, the letter D, consult me at Gmail. Peace.